We need to bring the fight tonight.
The Quad City's only half-hour high school football show.
Can we win a football game? Let's go take care of our business!
The Score, sponsored by Temple's AdCraft, Crawford Company, Blackhawk Bank and Trust, and Midwest Complete Construction.
Welcome to week 7 of The Score. Time flies when you're having fun. We are well into this football season. We've hit the home stretch, and Corey, a ton of great games to get to tonight.
A lot of great games tonight. On the Illinois side, we had a big Western Six rivalry game between United Township and Moline, and then on the other side, North Scott with a scare, but they survive at Lancer Stadium.
Yeah, and speaking of scare or scary, the one and only Pat Anger is in the house. Former Iowa Hawkeye, you played in the league, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Kids don't believe me, but yeah.
I got a video. I'm supposed to put that little video thing together.
Yeah, that's been going on a couple years, yeah.
What do you miss about it? Not the league, but
I
just
miss the guys.
itself.
I miss the guys. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, because
I
used to be like hanging out with like Peyton Manning and stuff, and now
He's not Peyton
let's
Manning?
fair.
Like,
let's just Peyton never hung out with me, but let's say he did.
I bet you that would have been cool.
That would have been sweet.
You should try to be a guest on their Monday night show.
You know what? You're right.
You should call
You and Pat McAfee are friends.
Yeah, Pat's a good guy. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting dynamic.
Got a great name, good guy. Yeah.
What do you the Iowa Hawkeyes this year? Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean
Open-ended thoughts,
we'll see how they finish up. You know,
like
they're 4-1.
You like them tomorrow?
I love them tomorrow. I'm all in.
Like
house is on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of the house, what built that beautiful house of yours is what's on your chest right there.
Great segue.
Tell us a little bit about Anger Eats.
Yeah, my wife does a meal prep company, also sponsors The Score. But she does a great job. She's way better at everything than me. So,
She is a rock star. And
look her up on Facebook. She's got a Facebook, I think. Anger Eats.
Well, not her up. Anger
don't
Eats
look
up.
her up.
Don't go to her.
Please.
I will vouch. It's great food. We get it all the time.
You're the best.
Yeah.
He doesn't let me eat any of it. One of these days I'm going to try. I want to support what you do.
You should.
Well,
my wife does. Like, I don't do it. My wife
you really don't. Bettendorf, your alma mater.
Greatest team ever.
They played well tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. You're going to call some highlights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we're going to start. You know where we're going to start just to make you mad? Let's start with Muscatine at Pleasant Valley.
Hey, I like Rusty.
You like Rusty?
I like
don't know if
Rusty.
you like the Spartans, though. Let's go down there. We'll check out Muscatine, Pleasant Valley. The Spartans looking for their 6th straight win. Corey Kipper looking good here. Gets the corner. Gets to the end zone. Touchdown run right there gives Pleasant Valley a 17-14 lead. More from PV and more on the ground. David Gorsline breaks a few tackles right here, cuts it back inside, and he is off to the races as well. This one goes to the house, 24-14 Pleasant Valley. Second consecutive play that they had scores, so back-to-back long touchdown runs. And how about this? A little trickery from old Rusty.
I like that.
The fake punt by Harrison Fierce. That's good for a first down, and then they go to the air. So you pound them on the ground, and then you go to the air. It's Corey Kipper to James Thiel for the 3-yard touchdown run pass. That made it 31-14. Let's check out the final score. Pleasant Valley rolling on. 48-21 near final score. Pat, you got your Bulldogs.
Let's go. Let's see if I can read here. Bulldogs first quarter. Bet's first drive. They look good. Cone Fleming gets around the corner. 3-yard TD run. 7-0 Bulldogs.
Right in your living room.
Ooh, that was a good camera angle.
I didn't even flinch.
Later in the first, Bulldogs add to it. Charlie Zimmerman, he is him, keeps and scores 14-0. Bet after 1. Second quarter, more of the same. Zimmerman to Tommy Bloom, 20 yards and first down. God, that guy's tall.
Do you miss this?
Yeah, I miss being cool. Next play, Zimmerman to Hayden Morrison, 40-yard TD score.
Now you point.
700 to 63-0.
Not quite 700.
Bulldogs. Let's go.
Still.
No, they lost.
Hey, watch
lost
it.
that.
That was a low blow.
No, I'm sorry.
That was a low blow.
Hey, let's head up to North Scott. Look at that, the Lancers taking on Clear Creek Amana, and it is a close game in this one, and they do a lot of damage on the ground. That's a touchdown as I scurry to my script here. Touchdown made it 7-6. The Clippers were still in front. Third quarter now, Lancers get a receiving touchdown as it's a receiving pass as it is Nolan Elkenbrock getting into the end zone for the touchdown. That made it 16-7. Later, it's Jackson Stevens with a rushing touchdown. Clear Creek cuts it to 2 late, but they cannot convert on 4th down right here, and that would be more than enough. North Scott will run out the clock. They go on to win this one 16-14, your final score. We are joined now by our good friend Kevin Tippet. And have you taken a deep breath, Coach? They're not always easy, are they?
No, they're not. I've taken a lot of deep breaths. It's like I told you guys earlier, I felt like I aged about 10 or 15 years tonight, a little more than normal.
You were playing tonight without your quarterback, and the team responded, played well. Obviously, what's it mean to get the win the way you guys did tonight?
Well, I mean, we didn't play our best football game, and offensively, I put it that way. We couldn't play clean. We had opportunities and we couldn't capitalize, whether it be miss block and misread. But I was proud of our kids. We found a way to get it done. Our defensive played pretty well. We made a couple big special teams plays that a punt return that set up our second score. So we found different ways, and we got it done, which I'm proud of our kids.
Tippet, it's Anger. Hey, it's great seeing you. You look phenomenal. I know you do a lot of stuff with leadership.
Thanks, Pat.
You do a lot of
Trying to be
leadership
like you.
stuff with these kids. What book are you reading right now?
What book am I reading right now? Well, right now I'm kind of busy. I'm just trying to make it through the season, so I'm not reading one right now. But the next one, the one we did this year, was the Legacy book with the All Blacks, the New Zealand All Blacks.
It's a great one. I can't read, but somebody read it to me.
It is a good one.
I bet you people are watching this thinking the one question that Pat Anger asked us about a book. I bet you nobody has that. Hey, Coach, getting back on track has to feel good. Before we let you go, 5-2, the stretch run coming. Where are you at with this team right now? And I know you've liked a lot of what you've seen so far.
Well, we talked about tonight, our kids really took it to heart. I mean, every win's kind of is special. Whether you think you played your best or you're not. They're hard, so we want to enjoy them. But, with our team, we really talked about this upcoming week and the next 2 weeks is we got to keep getting better, and it's got to be about us, and less about our opponents. And I think our kids really took it to heart in our post-game meeting. But hopefully we have an enjoyable homecoming the next 2 days, and we get back to work on Monday.
Hey, Pat's making burgers, so the invitation is always there for you, my man. It's not that far a drive over the 74 bridge.
If his wife's making the food, I'm all in. If Pat's
Smart
there,
man.
I'm not sure.
Smart man.
Yeah, you probably want to pass on this one. Hey, Coach, appreciate you. Get to bed. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys, as always.
You're the man, Coach.
Let's head to Brady Street Stadium West, 4-2 in the season. Looking to add to that, taking on 3-3 Linn-Mar. Third quarter, West on the march. It's Luke Matson to Jaden Nieder. Nice play right there. 37 yards and a first down. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. West still down 7-0. Same drive, going to the air again. Matson to Troy Brown. That one covers 25 yards inside the 20-yard line. Still driving. Matson again. Third down, play fake. He finds Michael Foster inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. Later in the drive, it's Jordan Tate getting in from 1 yard out. 7-6 in the third quarter at that point. This one close throughout. Linn-Mar picks up an impressive 14-12 victory.
Well, let's go up to a windy night at Prescott Memorial Field. Quincy and Sterling first place on the line in the Western Big Six. Warriors come alive second quarter. Drew Nettleton, 10-yard TD toss to Caden Phillips, 21-7. Sterling's defense would provide a spark. Phillips with a big pick at the Warriors 40 and a big return all the way down to the Quincy 8-yard line before he gets pushed out of bounds. Very next play, they hand off to Andre Claver. He will bolt in for the score, and it's 21-14. It's 28-21, Devils, when Sterling comes up with big again. Nettleton has a perfect touch to Claver, 21 yards, but no point after Quincy adds one more at the end. Checking the final score, Quincy will stay undefeated. It's a close one, 35-33 is the final. Now let's go to the Soul Bowl as United Township welcomes in rival Moline. Third quarter, UT up 28-14. Maroons cut into that lead. Pablo Perez, a 1-yard touchdown as he gets the call. And will bust it in 28-21. Panthers would have an answer. It comes in the way of Matthew Kelly as he will roll out and find Cohen Parsons in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, 35-21 Panthers. Moline still on the comeback. Perez, a 13-yard touchdown run around the outside to cut it to a 7-point game once again. Fourth quarter we go. Panthers D comes up with a huge play here. Moline looking to tie the ball game up on 4th and goal. and Sylvester Zadu with a big stop. UT would then score another touchdown. Panthers with a huge win, 42-28. And we are now joined by the head coach of United Township, Nick Welch. And Coach, we talked to you earlier at 11 o'clock. You didn't have that smile, but tonight at 10:45, you got a smile. Talk about how proud you are of these guys and getting that win tonight.
Great way for our seniors to, play their last game at Soul Bowl, what I think is one of the best stadiums in the state, and finally kind of put it all together. In all three phases, we had some big plays in special teams. Defense came up with a couple of huge stops. In offense, we finally, took care of the football, and Matthew Kelly with probably the best game of his career, and Grayson Anderson, his first touchdown in his high school career, and just overall, I mean, the list is long, but I'm just really proud of our kids. And the saying that, good things come to those that work for it. I know the results haven't always gone our way yet this year, but to get that one against the school down the road gives a little extra special meaning, and it's a big tribute to our seniors and our kids, and I'm very proud of them.
You mentioned that it hasn't always gone your way, but to get a win like this, I mean, if you could pick one, I know you just don't want to pick one, but this is probably one of those you might have been with first or second pick.
We have a goal sheet. There's only one specific team that's always on the goal sheet to beat them, and that's the school down the road. And it's no disrespect to them, but that's just our rival, right? And the kids live 2 miles apart from each other, and like I mentioned earlier, with social media these days, it's easy for people to talk a lot. Yeah. And there's some phrases out there that people kind of drop about our kids, and despite all that, they came ready to play today. And like I said, it was about our kids and our performance. And tip your cap to coach, the best looking coach in the Western Big Six and the Quad Cities. But I thought our kids took care of business and did what they needed to do. And it's all about our kids, and I'm very proud of them.
We mentioned at 11 o'clock, outside of football, you're going to be a dad.
Yes.
You're going to be a girl dad.
Yes, I am.
Pat's you got a girl.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
What advice would you give him?
Just, let your wife do everything. Show her. I did have a question. I played over at Short Hills last week, and if you see any IH balls over on the field,
we do find them.
So
we do. I'm not kidding you. I swear to God, once a week we find a ball on the turf.
Yeah, I think I might have.
And I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
What that was is just making sure everyone knew out there that Pat golfs at country clubs.
Hey, but real quick, to the victors go the spoils. You haven't been on the show with us live. We called you, said you want to do it over there, you want to do it here. You're like, I'll be there. So are you enjoying this?
It's just one of those things that you got to do you got to try everything. And I knew Pat was going to be here, so I could hang out with him.
I feel bad.
That'd be a blessing.
I feel bad as him. We've had such good guest grillers, and then you get the short end of the
Unfortunately
stick.
for you, I
I
apologize.
actually student taught for Rusty, so I spent some time at
Good
PV,
dude.
and he said some really good things about him, and goes back to your relationship with Brett Greenwood. And
Yeah, good man.
actually, when I was at PV, Brett did the honorary coin toss, and you were there when we were playing Bettendorf. So
heck yeah.
in 2013. So it's kind of a small world,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've always wanted to be up here with you guys. I wish we could. I'm hoping that we're doing it. We're getting the phone call more often, so I'm going to enjoy it.
We love that as well. Hey, we're going to get back to the highlights because we're way over on time, but it's so well worth it. We're going to get to
Rock
Island and Galesburg, doing battle down in Galesburg. Rocky looking for their second victory of the season, second in a row. Galesburg leading 7-0, and this is VJ Gerard with the big interception. He'll take it back 42 yards, but the Rock Island drive would stall to end the quarter. Second quarter, Rock Island looking for some more on offense. It's Javion Clark-Pugh with the pass to Joe Allen. This one, a thing of beauty, covering 40 yards, putting Rock Island in good field position. Then it's Clark-Pugh again, finding Elijah Venegas, who will hang on and get the touchdown. We were tied at 7 at that point. Nice catch by that young man. But Rocky threatening later on again, but the pass is tipped. And Galesburg comes up with the big interception. Jamari McDonald with the big play on defense. It was 7-7 at halftime, and Galesburg picks up a victory at home, 24-7, your final score.
Geneseo stepping out of conference play. They'll welcome in Mendota opening kickoff, and it would be Jerron Neal taking the kickoff, and he would get around the corner, down the sideline, 79-yard touchdown.
Nicely shot, too.
Geneseo.
Good job, Chuck.
Just as I walked up to the field, it happened. 7-0, but Mendota would answer with this touchdown here. Justin Randolph to Rhett Watson. That would make it 7-6. But this one eventually would be all Geneseo, 63-6 as the final.
Hey, good one in the track. Morrison and Rock Ridge going head-to-head. Defensive battle, third quarter Mustangs in their own territory. Colton Bielema going to the air. What a grab by Chase Newman. Next play, it's Brady Anderson going 44 yards to the end zone. This is good for the first touchdown of the game. Mustangs looking to stay perfect. They take a 7-0 lead. Rock Ridge, though, marches back the other way. Alex Zarlatanis with the touchdown, but the extra point no good. It was 7-6. Later on, as it's blocked right there by Morrison. Big play by their special teams. Rocks, though, aren't done. They get it back in the final minutes. They march down the field. The freshman, Cullen Schweigen, caps off a great drive finding Landon Wheatley, who dives to the pylon for the touchdown. What a game, what a finish. Rock Ridge goes on the road. They knock off Morrison 14-7, your final in that one.
How do we get it done? He beat me on the last play, all right? I got to do this to beat him on the next play. I got to correct this. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in each other. And let's take this freaking night. Take this night away from them. You got me? Let's get yourself ready to go and let's go to work.
Let's go! Hey, thanks to Matt Pistol for going mic'd up. Bureau Valley hosting state-ranked Princeton. Opening quarter, Bureau Valley after a fumble would lead to a 3-yard touchdown run by Princeton's Preston Arkles for a 7-0 lead. More from the Tigers on 2nd and 3. The handoff to Casey Etheridge. He'll go 45 yards into the end zone. The first of a couple touchdowns for him on the night. Princeton looking good. 42-0 winners.
Hey, good game. Rivals going head-to-head. Sherrard and Orion, both teams needing to win out to make the playoffs. 4th and long for Sherrard. Holland Anderson finds Cyrus Hokie for the first down. That would set up 1st and goal. Anderson would hand it off to Noah Fender. He goes in untouched into the end zone. Tigers with a 19-12 lead. Going back the other way. Orion looking to answer. Cale Filler will find Owen Voorhees for the nice catch right there. That sets up 1st and goal for the Chargers. It eventually score. This one will go down to the final seconds once again. Sherrard knocking off Orion in the final seconds. 27-26 your final in that one.
Monmouth Roseville and Kewanee both looking to bounce back from losses last week. It would be Kewanee's quarterback Braden Clark. Nice little shovel pass to Alejandro Duarte. And he'll take this one 36 yards. Nice stiff arm into the house. Actually not. Down to the 10-yard line. A few plays later, it's a Clark to a 13-yard touchdown pass to Benjamin Taylor for a touchdown. 7-0 Kewanee at that point. Let's check the final score as the Boilermakers double up on Monmouth Roseville, 42-21.
Hey, we normally show you the grill at this point, but Pat's kind of butchering some hamburgers over here. We're going to get to a break. We'll be right back here on The Score.
What's up, guys? My name is Logan Lee. Whenever I'm back in the Quad Cities, I always make sure to turn on my favorite TV show, The Score. Woo!
way more important than. Welcome back to the Score. We go right to a big one in the LLC. 5-1 Anawan taking on Farmington. That was Farmington completing the pass for a first down. More from Farmington. It's their quarterback lane, wheelwrights, finding Jack Grunwald, 20-yard touchdown. Anawan Wethersfield, though, coming back. Zeb Rashid going with the nice kickoff return as he takes it all the way back to the 25-yard line. We'll show you a final on this one. Anawan Wethersfield handing Farmington their first loss of the season. Great run right there. They win 33-15, your final score. More from the LLC. Stark County looking to stay perfect as well. And this is one of those highlights, Pat, that I do. I don't have a script, so I kind of make things up as I go.
You're doing a great job.
Princeville goes in for the touchdown right there. They look to answer back, Stark County does, and they do so through the air. Nice pitch and catch for the interception. We're just going to go right to a scoreboard in this one, and we can tell you that Stark County, that was Stark County doing all the good stuff, I should say. 48-28. They stay perfect on the season.
3-3 Mercer County, the big game, welcoming Illini West to George Pratt Memorial Field as Merco looking for their first win on home turf, and as Colby Cox on the keeper has some room to run. That's a first down for the Golden Eagles. They would then face a 4th and 23. Colby Cox will roll out and he'll fire to a wide open Dalen Blazer for a touchdown. 6-0 at that point, and Merco does get their first win at home. 36-8 is the final.
Be a high score.
Fulton and Dupek doing battle up in Fulton. Steamers down early, trying to get things moving. AJ Boardman finding some space. That's good for a first down. Next play, it's Skylar Crooks battling for some yardage, but it's not enough. We'll check out a final. Dupek wins this one, going away. 46-14, your final score.
First place on the line in 8-man football. Ridgewood hosting West Prairie. It's Ridgewood's Coy Sandberg. 75-yard touchdown run for him. And Ridgewood's on the board first. Let's check a final score on this one. A lot of scoring in 8-man football. Ridgewood with a big 40-point win. We'll be right back on Score.
My name is Matthew Bailey, and every time I come back to the Quad Cities, I watch my favorite sports team on the Score.
The Score Play of the Night is sponsored by Simply Vain.
Your play of the night comes from the Geneseo-Mendota game, and it is the first play of the game. Opening kickoff, Jaron Neal takes the opening kickoff 79 yards to the house. That would lead the way for Geneseo as they roll big.
Hey, let's check out some big games in Iowa. West Branch at unbeaten Wilton. Cool moment here as the coin toss comes. Wilton playing some defense early on. Landon Putman comes up with the big hit, and the fumble goes on the ground. There's Landon there to pick it up. This one's scoreless early on. There was only 7 points in the first half. We'll show you a final. Wilton comes back. They knock off West Branch. They're still unbeaten, 21-17, your final score.
Homecoming at Goose Lake, and they've got a great looking field northeast with a must win against Tipton, and they're doing well in this one. First quarter already up 22-0. Gavin Kramer to Michael Frame for a 15-yard touchdown. That'll make it 29-0. They would roll from there. They're heading to the playoffs with this win, 50-0. We'll be right back on the Score.
The Score Fan of the Night is sponsored by Millwright Local 2158.
Our fans of the night come from out in Sherrard. The Little Tigers.
Look at these guys.
Dancing. They're happy. The Tigers won tonight. Late in that one. They're dancing to Taylor Swift, Pat Anger's favorite. He's a Swiftie.
Hey, back to the action. Some college football tonight. Under the lights, once again, Illinois and Nebraska. Second quarter, 10-0 Nebraska. And they would add to that lead as Heinrich Harburg with a 25-yard keeper, and he'll get into the end zone. That'd make it 17-0 at that point. Illinois will drop another one at home. 20-7 is your final score.
Back out here, we got about 30 seconds left. Is this done?
Good luck. We'll see.
So
done enough. Try
looks
it.
good.
Try it. It's hot. You can't talk now. It's perfect.
Hey. Phenomenal.
Thanks for everything you
Hey,
did.
it was an honor.
We appreciate it. You did another
You guys are
good
good
job.
Americans.
We're going to stay on YouTube, so if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, we're on Chat More with Pat. We've got more scores to get you, Brian Stocking, and a lot more to get you. Stay on YouTube, and of course, keep watching The Score. We'll see you guys next Friday night. Have a great weekend, Quad Cities.
Oh,
You guys,
the first block was great. No, I'm not saying it
you
wasn't.
guys are good at this. How do you guys do it?
We don't know.
And how do you talk with the countdown and all that stuff?
That you just learned to ignore all that.
This is so good.
You hear it, but you don't hear it.
You guys, it's impressive. It's good.
Do you have a mic? First of all, you can't. Well, you should. There's mics sitting right over there.
Hi, YouTube.
You need to ask people. Stop. Come on.
Come on, Stock.
Do this.
It's YouTube, but we still have to behave ourselves, Pat. I just
Okay.
give that disclaimer to him.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Do you want to take some of these up, or are you just gonna? You're not done yet. They're done.
That one is. This one probably is.
It's juicy. It's cheesy. It's real. It's one of the best burgers. I'm not kidding you. This is one of the best burgers I've ever eaten.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Angry Eats.
So tell us about the sponsorship.
Yeah. What just $250? Angry Eats will sponsor this whole
whole thing.
This whole thing.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So we're here with Pat. We kind of talked about it a little bit before on the TV. What do you miss about the league? And don't just say not just Peyton
the money.
Manning. You don't just miss about
You
Peyton.
miss the money.
You don't just miss,
Number one.
You don't just miss Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I'm sure he misses me. But yeah, I mean, you miss the buddies. You miss the relationships. You know, you got a group of guys. You're working together for a goal, and you're running out there in front of 70,000 people. Obviously, everybody's got Anger jerseys on. And you just, so it's tough being done with that as far, and it's also your whole life is structured, so that's hard to.
Is it real? Oh, like now or back then?
Back now I don't even know what I'm doing.
There's no structure to anything you do. Do you have a moment in the NFL that you remember the most?
I mean, not really. I mean, there's definitely moments.
Could you expand and give us one?
I tell you what, we lost 13 games in a row, 14 games in a row. My second year in the league, and then we beat
Buffalo on a Thursday night.
Titans.
Oh, Titans.
And it was like a Super Bowl. Like it was like because we were like we're gonna.
I watched that game.
Yeah.
The fact that you knew it was on was it a Thursday night?
Probably. Hey, I trust that.
I know. Do you you were like third in the league in tackles that year?
Well, when you're on the field.
That was a Pro Bowl year, right?
Well, no, it wasn't.
Oh, it should have been.
Hold on,
Should have been.
If I was Pro Bowl, I wouldn't be here.
Yes, it was. Why are you correcting me? Yeah, you didn't correct stock. Well, you did correct stock.
No, I mean when you're on the field a lot, you're gonna have a lot of tackles. So sometimes it's not a good thing.
Do you what do you remember the most about Iowa? What game? What moment?
Ooh, Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl was great. Orange Bowl.
Now, and
obviously, we're the best team to ever come through the University of Iowa.
I get that text.
I don't even want to hear Stock say anything.
Stock, is that the best Iowa team
No.
ever? Wow, it was.
They had teams in the 50s that were much better than the Rose Bowl.
Whatever.
Stock doesn't know.
But people don't realize that the Orange Bowl was good on the field, but you're a little. You proposed.
I did, yeah. I tied her up.
That poor, you tied the knot. You didn't tie.
Did not tie her up.
Yeah.
She knew I was going to be rich and famous, so of course she said yes.
She knew someday you'd be flipping burgers around.
You played. There were 16 games over 17-week season. Now there's 17 games over an 18-week season, and an extra playoff team. How much of a toll does every game take on an NFL player?
Yeah, I mean it obviously does. I mean, I had 6 surgeries in 4 years.
That's it?
But yeah. But at the end of the day, there's people doing a lot worse stuff for a lot less money. So it's
right.
Yeah. So
this.
Right.
This is dangerous too.
So yeah, it's definitely tough, but it's high risk, high reward. So.
And just think, you might parlay this into being on the Manning cast.
I like that.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, there's no chance. But
hey, well,
you like the way he thinks, right?
I do.
What are you doing nowadays? People always ask me what you're doing nowadays, and I tell them things that we can't say on anything. But what are you doing nowadays?
So I do business development, IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union.
What does that mean?
So getting out in the community, bringing in deposits. I also control our community funding.
What?
Well,
you do?
Well, I said control, but I'm in charge of our community funding, which means all the money that we give throughout the community. I kind of spearhead that. So
really?
Yeah.
So you decide where the money goes?
Well, we have a committee, but they come.
You're the okay.
Yeah. I'm the middleman.
So you just. So you
give out the big check.
You're showing up to people's businesses and you're like, hey.
We do big checks, yeah. But a lot of it's conversations as people send in requests and stuff like that.
And we've talked enough about it, but before we do leave, Anger Eats is really good.
It is great.
Your wife
My wife's the
owns
best.
a company and it's killing it.
Yeah.
And Cuff is like the biggest.
And obviously it keeps you in shape.
It
keeps you in shape.
Because he's the only one in shape. No offense, Stock, but those Twinkies are taking its toll. Hey, we do have scores to get to. The one and only. So, hey, I'm going to talk to the booth back there. I hope, Jeff, are you paying attention?
Yep, he's got it.
Okay, we're going to go through these scoreboards real quick that Brian has. So go ahead.
Okay, Erie Provincetown has 5-1 their last 6 meets against Riverdale. They win tonight in Port Byron over the Rams 46-7.
He's got it.
Yes, I got it. Oregon defeats Rock Falls 39-0. A-Town edges Savannah 14-12. Roval Williamsville is 9-4 in their last 13 games. They beat Rushville Industry 45-16. South Fulton over United 34-6. Knoxville is 7-0 for the second time in the last 3 years. They beat West Hancock 47-26. Burlington upends Clinton 28-21. Assumption is 13-5 in the last 18 road games. They blink Washington 35-0. Independence defeats Maquoketa 41-0. Center Point Urbana beats DeWitt 40-13. Comanche equals the longest series win streak since 1998-2001. That's 4 over Anamosa 43-28. Highland defeats Louisa Muscatine 20-18. For the Falcons, it's their second 2-point loss of the season. Minneapolis defeats Davis County 42-7. The Bulldogs are 12-2 in their last 14 home games. And Edgewood Colesburg defeats Calamus Wheatland 50-22.
Your best stat of the night is what?
Your
best stat of the night.
UT wins their first game over Moline at Soul Bowl since 1988. And
Actually, 2020. That's what Nick Welch just told us.
I'm gonna have to look at that one. And Galesburg.
Nick Welch said 2020.
Yes. And Galesburg beats Rock Island. It ends an 8-game win streak for the Rocks in that series. And Galesburg wins their first game of the season in the conference.
He's the best in the business, besides obviously messing up the one stat. But
it happens.
This is the best part because we have people that got to eat. So we appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
and ring the bell. Whatever that means. I don't know. Bill said to do it, so ring the bell.
Cowbell said Mississippi
If Bill
State.
says to do it, you do it. Have a great weekend. Iowa tomorrow. Iowa State tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
And the Lions on Sunday. I'm going to Detroit for that game. I'm excited about that. So we'll see you guys next week.